the time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Bill Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run it to the right here. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Here comes the heat. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. Oh, he's got some space. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Williams. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
They're going back to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Grabbed over the middle, it's Coleman. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be danged, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Lost a throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cobb. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Using the quick game. Oh, he got loose. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
After watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quick pass on the fly motion. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Man, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Knowles are flying down the field. Back to pass, it's Fox. Swings it out to his running back. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Farley. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Looking to throw. Batted into the air near the goal line.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Here's the pressure. Touchdown Seminoles. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And nice job by this offense. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. The whole playbook's open. Great job by the QB seeing it immediately. Getting the football out of his hands, hitting his receiver, getting 6 points.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab on the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown tie.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Smashes through the tackle. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Pools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense. And he would have gotten some looks. But this guy can make some plays.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Fox. Close to the marker, it's Farley. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Seminoles are on the move. Just keep slinging it. That's caught. It's off, John. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Hamilton. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Pittman. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And third down, great job by this offense. Move the chains. Give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a quarterback.
Bring in the heat. And he's out of bounds, just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now?
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy.
Touchdown, Florida State. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route and get more time to create more space. Nice job hanging in there, taking the hit, and getting the completion off of it.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Eden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Kent State. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Fox. Quickly out to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. We'll send the tight end in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's McCoy. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Seminoles are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. Working on the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Fox. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Noles! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
And the offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
And he tags on the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Seminoles! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
They'll move the wide receiver. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll try to get outside. Turning it off! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Man, when you get opportunities down on the 1-yard line, you've got to capitalize. You cannot allow negative plays like that, though, David.
I think offenses want to be balanced and be able to take advantage of things, but, man, just be the more physical team, pound it downhill, and get a touchdown.
Scanning the field, it's Fox. Makes the grab. He gets it in! Touchdown, Florida State!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He lets it fly. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's caught inside the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Back to throw, it's Fox. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Sometimes as an offense, you like running plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
It's complete. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Quarterback may change this route. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run. And you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Lost one deep down the right side. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Alchuk. And he'll be brought down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete to the left. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pickup. Breaks into the open. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. South Carolina showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. To the air, it's Fox. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those two.
Oh, he's got some space. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Cobb. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where he can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's a heat. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They're facing a 3rd down. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. He wants to change this route. With the catch, it's Cobb. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first. as they'll make some adjustments. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Fox. Got his man on the right. Looking for the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th-quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Coleman. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
To the air, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And the Noles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's Alchop. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Snagged out of the air. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in two, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Fox. Touchdown, no! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Or did he find a hole in the defense? It's a seam wide open. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown time. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. NC State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Raleigh. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's McCoy. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Gets it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
But how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, give on the inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To throw, it's Fox. It's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Seminoles! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now. So, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And the extra point was good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Release to the back. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
It's complete. Just steamrolling the defense. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. To the air, it's Simpson. Dances away to buy time. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, let What's your decision?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires left. A strike downfield. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. Makes a connection. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Van Buren. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Passing situation, what do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can cover guys on the outside. Nice job by this defense, running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.